All right, this is set number 4, and we are back. We're in the lead by 4. We welcome you back. Welcome back to the spring match of the women's volleyball. And wow. We have a lot of fans in this building today, and I'm sure anyone's going to be liking this tonight. Tonight, anyone's playing women's volleyball tonight. Women's volleyball tonight. Well, tonight is a... Yeah, I know, man. I was going to say the same thing to you. Stop it. All right, come on now. We're trying to get on out of here. Can we just do something about this, guys? Come on, ladies.
10 years ago, and she was still playing this year. Yeah, we had a great match here when Cameron Turner was a freshman in the NCAA tournament.
Can it happen? Oh, God. Here it comes. Come on. What the? And goes out. And Kansas has made a swing error on with that.
She had 8 in the first 3. We have to add them because 11 total. Yeah. You might want to think about her as player of the match, her or Randy.
I want to remind.
When it gets over 10,
I want to remind you all that this is the last weekend of April because in the next 4 days after we finish tomorrow, and then we'll finish the next few more days of this month. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then from the 28th, 29th, 30th. Ooh, oh my God! If it comes back to 1 point closer, then we're tied it up.
Tough set, a little tight for Skyler.
We'll.
She just couldn't quite get there to get her feet to the ball.
And what? Ah! Come on!
20 all. Again, look who's serving. Grace Nelson. Yeah, she's been a force back there, and again, she's serving in Nebraska's rotation 1.
Come on, let's go, guys.
See if they can make an adjustment here.
That is out. All right.
Again, we get to this point.
Substitution.
Who's going to make the plays? Who's going to put the pressure on them?
All right. Come on, guys. Let's try and get this all together because Jayhawks is back within 1. Let's try not to mess it up. And it's good. For Jayhawks, they don't know what they're doing. Is it timeout?
22-20. Nebraska with the lead. These Huskers on top by 2 here in the 4th. Now you don't want to miss live coverage of the 2025
MPSF Men's Volleyball Championship. That's tonight at 10:30 p.m.
7:30 Pacific. Only on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
That's going to happen on 10:30 p.m. on.
For men's volleyball, the Big Ten's televising this match.
Until, yeah, you can watch it live on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app.
We wanted to try to start it. Every year I ask for a men's program, but you got the Title IX you got to deal with.
Yes, on the Fox Sports app. So now the reason is I say that because you probably, now the band is here. You can see the band multiple times.
Big Ten is going after that. USC Pepperdine. Yeah. Here's a live look as they're warming up.
It looks like USC is taking on the Pepper Road. Like Pepperdine.
Right here on the Big Ten Network. Yeah, Pepperdine got in there, upset UCLA.
We might not gonna be able to watch the men's volleyball championship game because I gotta get some rest for tomorrow, because tomorrow, I have to go to this friendship walk at the King of Prussia Mall tomorrow. Looks like I will be getting up, I would say, around 6 a.m. in the morning. I know it's gonna be very early in the morning, so
assistant coach beat him in the finals in a reverse sweep. How's that?
no.
He doesn't ever remind me about that. His assistant coach, Matt Worley.
We're in lead by 3 for Jayhawks. They don't know what they're doing, but hey, here we go.
What kind of coach he is and the relationships he has with his staff.
Tight it over. And no. And match point this time again.
What do we call this? Match point? Set point? Set point. Set point, match point. To go on a 4-0 sweep. So Nebraska has that confidence. They get to the end here, they can just turn it up.
Here we go.
They're making plays. That's the confidence of the experienced team.
What the?
Great swing there, the kill by Swanson. I think Kansas has a chance to be a really good team this year. I don't know where they'll be picked in the Big 12, but driving serve, good pass by Mouth. Into the net, a little too aggressive hit on the swing from Hunter as she ripped through it and then right into the net.
All right, come on, guys.
Crossing pattern there. We call that a
We need to.
D2, dog 2, where Ryan came around and hit in the middle. Again, that's Danny. That's what she likes to do. And tip from the back. Great job by Hunter. Leads to the kill. But a great
And yes, we won the game this time. And our final score is 4-0. Go Nebraska Cornhuskers.
First of all, the freshmen tonight for Nebraska they came to play tonight, and I thought there's some really good volleyball out here tonight, but by both teams. I think we have some elite setters in this.
We have the cheerleaders over here.
Some really good plays, and probably the difference is the serving. You know, the service errors when you look at the end of the night. Well, Coach Busby Kelly said, "I don't want any drop off. We're going to mix up the." You didn't see the drop off. No. I mean, almost every game was about the same: 25-20, 25-21, 25-22. Let's take a look at the highlights from Rebecca Alec, whose offense has really ticked up this spring. That's great news for the Huskers. Just more terminal. Yeah. Rebecca, again, I call this the senior year. There's more of a sense of urgency, and I think she wants to be a leader on this team. So, again, sometimes it takes them a while to mature and understand what that is, and I think it's great that she's seen the results of her hard work, and I know she's been working really hard, and I know she really wants this. Yeah. So it's that's the joy of watching these players develop and see them blossom like that, and again, she's going to have she's got Bergen setting her. Yeah. Hey, let's bring in Andy Jackson, who had a phenomenal match here. Hey, Andy, thanks for taking a few minutes to join us. Well, tell us, what was game one, match one?
It looks like the fans are handing back where they have to be.
It was incredible. I'm so proud of her and the team. We talked about it a lot this week, just having
versatility. Let's listen to Andy Jackson, who is interviewing on TV right now.
We just talked a lot this week about being versatile and having adaptability, and I think that we did a really good job of that, especially these past 5 weeks in the spring season. It's just a lot of new coming in, but change is good, and so we were really excited to play for Danny, and I'm really proud of her. She's done an amazing job, and the transition has been seamless.
So, Andy, this is Coach Cook.
Hi, Coach.
Do you remember me?
I do. Miss you.
Thank you for texting me on my birthday.
Yeah,
that was
welcome.
really nice of you.
You're welcome.
So, watching you guys play tonight, one of Danny's goals was going in. Didn't matter what lineup you guys had, no let-ups. Almost every game was a 25-20, 25-21 game. What do you attribute that to? And you played with two different setters tonight. Neither one of them slowed you down. So what do you attribute that to? What are you guys doing as a team to be able to mix up lineups and you don't miss a beat?
Again, just having that adaptability, and then, Coach, like we always say, great ones adjust, and I think that's what we did tonight. No matter who was in or what lineup we were doing, everyone just went in with the same mindset that we're going to get better, and we want to win, and I think that the setters did an amazing job adjusting. I think all the pins, the hitters, amazing job adjusting, and then I want to give credit to our bros because obviously they were switching back and forth, but you couldn't even tell who was in because the transition was so seamless. So I think it just comes with everyone having the like mindset that we're here to get better and having grit.
Yeah, great point on your bros. Hey, Andy, thanks for joining us. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, you bet.
Thanks,
Let's take a
Andy.
look.
Great job.
Take a look at some highlights from Andy Jackson here tonight. Just so terminal. Yeah, you're right. It's that explosiveness and that speed to the pin. This is a fantastic night for Andy Jackson. We are joined now by the first-year head coach of the Huskers. Danny, thanks for joining us. What was it like for you in the pregame when the crowd erupted and you were announced as the coach for the first time in front of this crowd?
Well, I got a little choked up. It's great to be back, and
Our new coach is Danny Boom Kelly. It's her very first year as a new head coach. Before, it was John Cook.
How did it feel, being down on the court? Were you nervous? And, the other thing you told me that you wanted to try to accomplish tonight is not have a letdown. And that's the question I asked Andy. You guys never had letdown. You changed the lineup every game, and you guys played really solid tonight. So what did it feel like, and how nervous were you, and how pleased were you that you accomplished one of your goals?
Yeah, I really wasn't too nervous. I just have a lot of confidence in this team, and they have that look in their eye like they're ready for business, and so that really calms me down as a coach. And yeah, it was really impressive that we only gave up maybe one run to Kansas the whole night, and had different passers in there, changing our libero. That's not easy. So really impressed, especially with that libero group and DS group, just the consistency they brought. And they didn't necessarily know their role every game until they walked out on the court.
Yeah. Danny, I told Larry tonight, the thing that impressed me the most about you guys was the setting by the liberos. It didn't matter who was in there, but you guys had some crazy sets from long distance. They put them right there, and your kill percentage was really high. That was the most impressive thing that I saw tonight, and so I'd give those guys a lot of credit.
Oh yeah, they're going to get a lot of credit for sure in the locker room. They did a great job.
Awesome.
Danny, thanks for joining us. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Congrats, Danny. Congrats. Got the first one out of there.
One match under the belt. That'll do it.
And that'll do it. And we will see our team in August very, very soon.
For Kansas, impressive performance for a team expected to compete for a national title in 2025. 4-0 win, Big Red. For John Cook, I'm Larry Putney. For our entire crew, thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time from Lincoln, Nebraska.
We'll see you so long from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Hi there, Mike Hall here. Glad to have you with us in our Chicago studios. Women's volleyball is over. Men's volleyball coming your way in just a little bit. We're about 14 minutes away from taking you out to the championship of the MPSF for men's volleyball. It will be peppered